So who do you dread? And start there. And, take the high road. You're not firing clients. You're disassociating. I mean, these are human beings. And obviously you took them on in the beginning, but you're allowed to evolve. Give yourself permission. Hey, this is Duncan MacPherson with Pareto Systems. Thought I'd share one of the many silver linings that have come out of 2020 is the opportunity for fee-for-service professionals to grow down their business. Now you think about the 80-20 rule. You think about your three addressable audiences. You've got the clients who deserve you, the clients who need you, and then the clients in that movable middle. And the opportunity to go back to these relationships and move some of the movable middle into the deserving group, and if they don't see the merit, making decisions about what to do with the rest of those clients. And again, not spending time with people who need you at the expense of the people who deserve you. Getting into this mindset where you're thinking in terms of how to automate, allocate, or even disassociate from certain clients that are not a good fit. And how that can liberate you to just throw the kitchen sink at your favorite clients. You think about automate, how to sort of get out of the wealth management business in some respects and shift the mindset from households and holdings to platforms and models and create some streamlined efficiencies there. You think about allocate, right? So allocating clients to a protege or a different deliverable. And you think about disassociating, meaning right sizing. It's incredible. Imagine if you could just narrowcast your focus on 50 perfect clients, or people have the ability to become perfect in a reasonable period of time, and finding that sweet spot between growth and scarcity, right? You're still growing, but methodically through scarcity, activating an aspirational enterprise where people want to belong and they want to share that with people, making it easy for ideal clients to sift out good prospects from the mass of suspects and make those introductions. Now that might sound all idealistic, but I mean, there's an opportunity here. So where do you start? Because that's often what holds someone back from intent to implement. It's just getting started. And often what I'll say to one of the clients we're coaching is I'll just simply ask them the question, are there any clients that you dread? And they'll often say, well, what do you mean? I'll say, well, think about this. Your call display lights up and it's a number it's a client that you just don't get excited about. Or maybe even worse. Or you see an appointment on your schedule, your calendar, and it's just a bit of dread. So I've turned dread into an acronym just to help you sort of think this through, because there's a good chance that maybe there are 10 clients that are just you've grown out of, right? It's just not a good fit. So let's walk through dread. The D is, do you have any clients who are kind of divisive, right? They have a really tough time celebrating somebody else's success. And they've kind of gone through life where it's not just that they must win, but the others must lose. Their humor comes at the expense of someone else. They tend to gossip. They're disrespectful or they're fault-finding. That's just not a good fit. The R is resentful. Okay, there's just a bit of a superiority, self-importance. You think of the word sanctimonious, being easy on yourself but hard on others, where some of the most admirable people at the highest level of success, their humility is so impressive because they're hard on themselves and always respectful of everyone else. The E is entitled. We've all met people who, there's just been an absence of adversity. They've never really had to overcome much. They've never taken risks. They've never really built anything. And the lines get blurred between privilege and entitlement. I love saying that privilege is being born on third base, but entitlement is thinking I hit a triple. It's tough to take, right? The A is antagonistic. We all know that there's two types of people. There's the fountain and the drain. And both they can draw you, right? But for different reasons. Some people are beyond opinionated, right? And they have no real interest in being interested in someone else. It's just forcing and trying to be interesting to others. And they're often wrong, but never in doubt. And then the last D is destructive. And I mean, that could be physical, but it could also be sort of metaphysical. If you read the book, The Fountainhead, you might remember the analogy that there's two ways to have the tallest building. You can build the tallest building or just tear everybody else's down. And, you know, I've been with people in their businesses and they're walking down the hall and they'll stop and pick up a piece of lint or be out for a walk and pick up a piece of garbage. They didn't have to do that, but that's just who they are. You know, some of my favorite stories around benevolence is anonymous. Like you find out, nobody's bragging about it, right? These are just qualities. And then there are sort of polar opposites. So who do you dread? And start there. And, you know, take the high road. You're not firing clients. You're disassociating. I mean, these are human beings. And obviously you took them on in the beginning, but you're allowed to evolve. Give yourself permission. And perhaps you're doing them a disservice by keeping them. I mean, if they're not going to take your advice or if there's not a good fit, introduce them to somebody else whose advice they will take or maybe where there's a better fit and liberate yourself. And then just figure out what you can do to shift from broadcasting to narrowcasting to the most deserving clients where the alignment of interest now and in the future is just absolutely ideal. Okay, so this is Duncan MacPherson with Pareto Systems. Thanks for watching, and make sure you register for our upcoming e-summit, Foresight from 2020, a great collection of best practices that have come out of 2020 that you can invest into the future. Make sure you follow us on LinkedIn and our YouTube channel. Download the Pareto Systems app. And until next time, thanks for watching. Make it a great day. Thanks for watching and being a part of the Pareto community. If this video resonated with you, please like and share and leave a comment, and I'll do my best to respond. We put out daily, actionable best practices on my LinkedIn page. Just look for Duncan MacPherson. And weekly videos on our Pareto Systems YouTube channel. Follow and subscribe to ensure that you are up to date with the best practices of today's most successful fee-for-service professionals. We also share our daily best practices and give access to our Pareto Academy on our mobile app, Pareto Systems, always on. Subscribe for free today and put Pareto in your pocket to keep refining and optimizing your business.